What does a Chief Justice do?
Well, there's a lot of different components to the job, and I'll try and explain some of them. But, I was on the Court of Appeal for 7 years. I was at the bar for probably 22, 23, 25 years, whatever it was. So you see Chief Justices, John Harbour Phillips, Marilyn Warren and Ferguson, and you see aspects of the job. But even as a judge of the appeal, I didn't really quite have a full appreciation of the depth of the breadth of the work, of the demands on a Chief Justice. So there are various pieces of the jigsaw. The most important, I think, or one of the most important, it's difficult to prioritise sometimes or rank, but I regard as one of the most important as being Chief Justice of this court, the Supreme Court. And that, I think, is judicial leadership's a difficult concept. Each judge is very independent. That's what we like. That's what we want. That's what we need. Independent, free-thinking judges who are operating in accordance with their understanding of law through an appellate process, so there's quite a good discipline there. So as Chief Justice, you're not telling judges how to decide cases. You're trying to create an environment of excellence, and that's sort of what I've set myself as a target. And my predecessor, Chief Justice Ferguson, had set a really positive tone within the court. Everyone, a real sense of unity of purpose. So it's a matter of fostering unity of purpose. It's a matter of fostering a culture of excellence, respectful environment, respectful of dealing with judges and dealing with staff, dealing with litigants, dealing with witnesses. But I'd have to say, in terms of that being a really important part of my job, when I came to the court as an appeal judge and as Chief Justice, I found the court incredibly collegiate, conscientious and respectful. So I haven't had to do that much in order to foster those really...
tone.
Yeah. But that's a really important part of the job. So, within my court, it's a really important part of the job. Outside of it, in Victoria, we've got some different components. We've got Court Services Victoria, which is an independent statutory body set up to provide administrative support to courts, and that's headed by a council called Courts Council, and that's made up of all of the heads of jurisdictions. So the Chief Judge, the Chief Magistrate, Head of VCAT, the President of the Children's Court and the Coroner, and some independent members, and I chair that. So chairing Courts Services Victoria is a huge part of the job. It's sort of ensuring that the infrastructure, the buildings are safe and functional and at the best they can be. The technology is there, that we're integrating across our courts as best we can, a sort of harmonious and integrated tech platform. Security is a big issue, both security of judges, security of staff, security of court users, both within and outside the building. That's a significant challenge. Human resources, the court system employs a lot of people.
So this is
just
it's
a big operation.
Administrative undertaking.
And the list goes on. There's the Judicial Commission, which is responsible for hearing complaints and determining complaints in relation to judicial officers and tribunal members, and also provides an educative role through guidelines. I chair the Judicial Commission, and the Judicial College is an independent statutory body designed to provide education for judges, and I chair that.
You are also the nominal chair of the Victoria Law Foundation.
I am, yes. So when I say important, extremely important.
But delegated in this instance. So.
And admissions board, one of the really important jobs as Chief Justice is to sit on admissions. That part of the work is really important.
It must be fun too.
Yeah, it's great fun. It's a time when you see a lot of, we do about 50 in a sitting. We have sit as a full court, 3 judges. I preside. And just seeing that enthusiasm and that joy on the behalf of the admittees is a really special part. And all of the judges, I tend to sit on all of them, but we rotate all of the judges, and all of them say what a really, really important and delightful part of the job it is to see that profession renewing itself and to see the enthusiasm as we get all a bit older and tired.